Hey, what is going on, folks? I'm Fame, and today I want to show you guys some Battlefield 3 gameplay in the background. I haven't played this game in a good minute, and plus, if you guys liking the song, it is called That Feeling by NoiseStorm. I will put the link to the song in the description if you guys liking it. And plus, I want to talk about some things about Battlefield 4. So I'm going to give you guys 10 things that I want to see, or we all want to see, when Battlefield 4 gets released. So let's get this started, shall we? Let's go. Alright guys, so for number 10, some of you might agree with me, some of you might not, but to be honest, I want the ghillie suits to come back when Battlefield 4 gets released, because the ghillie suits in Battlefield Bad Company 2 were overlooked. But when Battlefield 3 came in the picture and stuff, did we suddenly start to miss the ghillie suits? I don't know about you guys, but I did. Anyways, they did add it to the overall feel of the game, made it seem more like tactical warfare. Plus, they did indeed help. If your preferred class was a sniper, you could hide like in the bushes and actually feel like part of the surroundings, and it also gave you a good hidden edge. So let me know, let me know if you guys want the ghillie suits to come back when Battlefield 4 gets released, or not to come back. Let me know down in the comments. And anyways, for number 9, I do want a return to more diverse maps. Now guys, don't get me wrong, Battlefield 3 has some awesome maps. My favorite is probably Operation Metro. The rush and the feel of it is awesome, guys. I do also like Carg Island too, but the problem is that Battlefield 3 to me seemed a bit too urban. Of course, with Frostbite 2.0, DICE had to be urban with the game, but they didn't have to be all too urban, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Battlefield Bad Company 2 had a lot of diverse maps, like the one above. That was the actual map from the game, probably my favorite. It was set in a more forest type location, and there was others like that were. But that game in juxtaposition to Battlefield 3 being urban felt too open. Although DICE have sort of balanced it with the Armor Kill DLC released last month, it would be great to have a range of maps, some set in the middle of a ruined town, some set in the forest like the one above. Even more snow maps wouldn't hurt. Battlefield 4 could balance it nicely by have a more diverse map range, a bit of everything, not the same looking maps every new game. Could be an idea to put more classic maps back into possibly a themed DLC packs. Let me know what you guys think about that. Anyways, number 8, more tactics. Alright guys, so this one is a bit risky at the moment, but I love how Battlefield set out. You can have 4-man squads that can highlight objectives for your squad to attack. You can also spot out enemies for your team and get them to stop when they leave you in the trail of dust in the deep. But at the same time, it feels like DICE could have done more with this, okay? So this was one aspect of the game that haven't improved much over since Battlefield Bad Company 2. Surely, there are more things that could be put into to help the team instead of just getting them to attack Objective A. Battlefield did have a world plan feature somewhere online. It was overlooked, and I don't think it actually worked well with the game, guys, but it had potential. With Battlefield 4 most likely running off a Battlelog, perhaps some sort of deeper squad tactics could be managed. You can set up clans on the site, but other than that, that's about it. What if you could have a sort of a map and put down markers and points, and then put it for the clan to use in a game optionally? It seems more like a PC option really, guys, but it could work well instead of improvising on the battlefield. But yeah, that's about it. Alright, alright, so number 7, air superiority. Now guys, this is something that DICE should definitely look into. This mode was in Battlefield 1943. It was fantastic, and it's just like tank superiority, except you're in planes and you're up in the sky in the ultimate dogfight to try and control the air through one base on a mountain. With the usual ticket system, it was unpredictable, it was exciting, and it gave a real battle rush utilizing the best vehicles in the game. Number 6, a much better story. Now let's get this straight, guys. Battlefield 3's single player campaign wasn't terrible. Actually, it was pretty good. The story and all characters and the voice acting was good too. It was a real story straight from the movies and a good novel type plot. but there was one problem with it. We've seen it all before: a Russian terrorist, a nuclear bomb threat, and a over-exaggerated plot. Battlefield 4 needs something really fresh, and I'm talking changing the genre. Every game seems 2-bit Russians and Americans against each other. Some of the missions in Battlefield 3 were nice, like the jet mission, although not in control. The way it was done was fantastic, but the plot was a bit too boring in the end. We need a change, and I believe DICE are the ones to do this. Medal of Honor has the right idea by setting a real war. Maybe Battlefield 4 could do this too. Number 5. Dinosaurs. Ever since someone made a crack at Call of Duty by saying it needs more dinosaurs, this rumor, conspiracy, Easter egg, idea, whenever you want to name it, it has taken off like a storm. Easter eggs in Battlefield 3 includes the image above in the beginning of Thunder Run and on the recent Armored Kill map Abor's Mountains. Now, what Battlefield 4 needs, in my opinion, is not necessarily dinosaurs, but it needs its star feature. It's parentheses, zombies, parentheses, if you know what I mean. Call of Duty's horror mode is now a lot better than the general game, in my opinion, but Battlefield has nothing to like. Now it doesn't have to have it, but come on guys, we would love to have the Battlefield maps full of some special game mode, wouldn't we? And if the last DLC and game doesn't have dinosaurs or some sort of horde mode, DICE should seriously consider it for the next Battlefield game. Number 4. More players, bigger maps. Battlefield 4 should go all out, guys. Step it up a bit. Armored Kill brought us the biggest maps in Battlefield history. It's only right that the next game should step things up. I'm talking about multiple helicopters, multiple jets, maybe a NEC-130 or 2, or multiple spawn points. Games like PlanetSide have had thousands of players on the game at once. Battlefield maybe shouldn't go that big, but it could definitely be bigger. If not, then as mentioned earlier, maybe more objectives for those in the air as well as on the ground. It would be great if DICE did this and would make the experience more exciting. In general, make a bigger map, but more players on it. Number 3. More emphasis on teamwork. Alright guys, so one of the best things about Battlefield is squads, right? Okay, teamwork. Teamwork really is key to win games. And it's a shame these days that when I go on Battlefield and I'm seeing these noobs getting in the helicopter, 20 or 30 seconds later, they abandon the helicopter to get into some silly fight. It's like, it's really stupid, guys. I hate when people do that. I hate it with a passion. But anyways, games can be won through good communication. Battlefield 4 needs to emphasize this a lot more than Battlefield 3. I'm talking proper tutorials when you start the game, more trailers including squads and teamwork, and also things you have to overcome in maps together. At the moment, the best we can get is Team VoIP, where you can talk to the whole team like a squad, but no one even knows it's there. It's down to the admins of servers to put it in the description and etc. Number 2. Better server organization. Battlefield 3 introduced rent a server back then. Now this, in my opinion, is really fantastic. I like it a lot. I love going to medium ticket games which last longer than 10 minutes. I like some of the custom features people put, and I like how people push their players to communicate and play the game properly and have fun, and not to be idiots by killing other team members, which is really stupid. But rent a server had its flaws though. All the people you get being good owners and admins, you also get the people really abusing it. People who get killed fairly by an RPG or shotgun or whatever, they will kick you out simply for being better than them. If you think they are bad, then you're lucky you have gotten into a decent server, my friend. But DICE should reintroduce this system, but maybe have a few guidelines or something to make sure people aren't fully abusing this and ruining other people's experiences. Of course, if they pay for it, they should do whatever they want, but possibly be within reason. DICE should also keep their own official servers for longer and make them more abundant so we have choice. Number 1. A game that lasts. Finally, let's not let DICE turn Battlefield into Call of Duty. The best thing about Battlefield is that it's not Call of Duty. It's the same genre, but a very different game. I welcome Close Quarters. It turned Battlefield so people would have a different aspect, although people hated it so much. I thought it was kind of great. I thought it was like Call of Duty and Battlefield, and it was nice to see Destruction HD work. But what I don't like is the idea of my money buying the game in premium has nearly gone to waste. Battlefield 4 is coming. We don't know fully when, but it's a safe bet within the next 2 years. EA seems to want DICE to create a new Battlefield every 2 years. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Battlefield 3 was so good because it took a while to produce, but I don't like the idea of it being made in 2 years. I feel EA just want to compete now with Call of Duty when it doesn't need to. It's already a better game to many. Medal of Honor should be the competition, not Battlefield. Battlefield should take time to be made and to have a big release every few years. A bit like the Elder Scrolls of Skyrim, when it has been carefully built up and will last until the next full edition. But yeah guys, that's it. That's 10 things we want to see when Battlefield 4 gets released. If you guys enjoyed this video, help me out with the like. If you watched this all the way to the end, help me out with the like. Smack that like button. And if you guys want to see more gaming news and more gaming content, make sure to subscribe. That is all I have to say. I am out. See you guys. Peace.